guys, what's up? It's BigJackFilms here, and welcome back to the Skull Island Vlogs. I haven't done one of these in a couple of weeks. I do apologize. I just got back from G-Fest. My screen just went off, and I've been a little bit busy working on the 8th season, but I'm back with Episode 5. Doggone it. Who writes these things? This episode's, kind of interesting. It's actually a really good one this time around. So, last time we left off, we saw that Dog had been attacking the Marine guys of Skull Island, and the native girl, Annie, was going to take them out. And what happens is that it turns out also the Marines are working for this lady who knows who Annie is. And when all things said or done, plot twist, the woman is actually Annie's mother, who tranquilizes her, knocks her out, but then what to do about Dog? But what happens is that the giant bird that we saw a few episodes ago sweeps up Dog's, take her to the nest, and oh no, we may not see Dog anymore. But then Mike comes in and, Charlie or Mike, whatever one, exposes himself to them, reunites with one of the dads, and is showing signs of being pale and a little bit sick. Now, with that said, he regroups at camp, and he starts to realize that, there's a lady that the kid knows that had apparently done some secret dealings with, so to protect one of them, you know, he basically exposed himself. While that's going on, the other kid ends up with Dog because some native lured him into a trap where he's swept up by the bird and goes to the nest. But before we get to that, yeah, we find out that one of the kids is working with Annie's mom, with some dealing because of the father, where they got the charts for Skull Island and everything. And so the dad and him, the other dad and him kind of reconcile. And basically because this one's dad is dead, he says, you know what, you'll have a home with me, I'll be your dad. So it's a nice little family gesture thing. It's that family dynamic that's always nice to see in these type of stories. Meanwhile, one of the kids, I think Charlie, we'll just go for that for now. Charlie ends up with Dog and ends up, not just by the nesting area of this bird, but, also in Kong's lair. We ended up in Kong's lair, and we see Kong on his throne, perched like a king, and he's looking a little bit sad and depressed. You wonder why. I don't know personally, but we're gonna have to see when we find out. But, of course, Dog and him escape and basically try to get away from Kong while all that's going on. Meanwhile, a flying whale? Was not expecting that! But no, it turns out it's actually the giant squid just hungry and basically picked up a whale and tossed it into the island. This giant squid has a fucking throw, I'll tell you that much. It is a very intimidating presence surrounding the island. Maybe that's why Kong's sad. He can't get off the island because this goddamn squid just won't let people off. Damn you, Kraken. But while that happens, the episode actually ends where, unfortunately, Mike is sick. He has a fever, he's not feeling good, something's wrong, and we gotta find out what happens with him next time. And then also some engravings of Kong fighting the skull crawlers, which is pretty cool, but we'll get to it when we get to it. So what are my thoughts on this episode? This one's pretty good, a little better than the last one. We see more of Kong. I love how the series shows more and more of Kong as we go along. We see more of him as a character and his design, which is a decent design for the anime. And it's also cool to see, oh, my phone's going off. It's also cool to see just more character plot twists and so on. I will admit, especially post G-Fest, people asking me constantly about G-Fest, at G-Fest, what do you think of Skull Island? And I say my only issue with it, really, thus far, has been the pacing. And it is a little hard to sit through pace-wise. I do think, so far, still, it is better than the other Kong Netflix things, but it is still a little bit of a bore fest. But we'll see where we get there with Episode 6 next time. But this is a very short vlog, because I am getting these out week by week. I will be doing a review at some point. But, of course, thank you all so much for liking this video. I would give this episode a good 8 out of 10. This one was pretty decent, but of course, please, all of you do us a favor, support us on Patreon. Just more, we'll get you early access to all of our content as well as other special features. A few updates, by the way, I just want to point out. First and foremost, we're going to start putting out rough edits of some of our latest stuff in Season 8 on Patreon exclusives for people to see. They will not be released to the public. But it's just a way to get more people interested in what's going to be happening with Season 8, more details, more behind-the-scenes stuff. But on top of that, your contributions, guys, right now we're dealing with a little bit, I don't want to get into too much, but our family went through a little bit of a family emergency, and honestly, like, I'm going to try to come up with some contributions to help out, so whether it be Patreon or out of my own pocket, it is definitely appreciated on my end. I won't go into the details, but it would be appreciated. But most of you probably know what it is, but just let us know. If you can support us on Patreon, that would be appreciated, but no need to if you don't need to. Just supporting the channel is enough. But just want to give you guys an update on that. I am going to get back on these vlogs as soon as possible, but I want to get episode 5 out. But just let us know what your thoughts are on episode 5 in the comments below. And until the next video, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys later. This is BigJackFilms signing off. And I'll see you guys next week with episode 6. So until then, take it easy.